In the last episode, we got ourselves into blood magic. Now, in between episodes, I finished building the rest of the blood altar, minus a few things, well, minus one thing realistically, and that is the bloodstone tile caps. And to get those, well, we're gonna need to do a few things, and a few things with the Hell Forge. Now, to get the Hell Forge, I think we just need to craft it, right? The Hell Forge shouldn't be too bad to make. Beautiful. And we have to make the bound blade. So the bound blade is going to require me to make the arcane ashes, and of course the binding reagent as well, which is going to be made in the Hellfire Forge with the common tartaric gem, which means we're going to have to make the tartaric gems. This is my least favorite part of blood magic, which is the tartaric gems. These things are incredibly annoying to do. So the first tier is going to require us to get some redstone, some gold, some glass of any kind, and some lapis to go ahead and get started with some demon will as well. We're actually going to want to make 3 of these because, well, we're going to want to make one for the sword that we're going to use to level up our tartaric gems as well. So yeah, let's go ahead and grab this guy with 430 demon will. We're also probably going to want to just make sure that we kind of creative it, and also, you know, we have creative stuff, so you know it's going to be much easier for us because we can just creative a full one and not really have to worry about it, which is so nice. And you know what? Before we do that, actually, what we should do is actually make the arcane ash instead, because we're going to need that to go ahead and make the bound blade, but also the other blade as well. So we're going to need about 0 will for this. We're going to need some bone meal, and then some coal, some gunpowder, and some redstone. So let's go ahead and grab those things. So redstone, coal, and then bone meal and gunpowder are on our list of things that we need here. Not gonna need anything else too crazy, I don't think. Get rid of that, and then let's also go ahead and grab ourselves some bone meal, which should be relatively easy to get. And then we're gonna take that and throw it into our forge like so, and it should in theory make the stuff. I know why. This is soot covered redstone, not actual redstone. That's why. Okay, well, they look the same. Like, it's the same texture, but the soot covered redstone is a little bit darker. Wow, I feel quite dumb. But with that being said, we now have the arcane ash, which we're gonna need in a second here, because we're gonna need to go ahead and make the blade here. I think it's called a sentient sword of some kind. Yeah, the sentient sword right here, which it's going to require a petty tartaric gem and an iron sword. So we're going to need to make one of these. So redstone, gold. Let me make sure that I grab the right redstone this time. Some gold, and then some lapis and some glass. And that should give us what we need here for the petty tartaric gems. Again, like I said, we're going to need at least 3 of them. So lapis, glass, gold, and a redstone. And then this should indeed make our petty tartaric gem. Boom. And it's going to take a bit of will. I think it's like about 1 or so. Yeah, it looks like it takes about 1 or so will. And let's go ahead and take that and put that in there again. So now that we're going to have 3 of these, and boom, done. Take these guys out, put 1 in, and then let's also make the iron sword, which shouldn't be terrible. I don't know if I can use a damaged one, so I'm not going to even risk it. I'm just going to go for the biscuit here. Throw that in there. That's going to make our sentient sword. I can also potentially put looting on this if we really need to, which I don't think we need to. I probably should though, just to be safe. But yeah, now what we're going to go ahead and do is basically sit here, kill mobs with this thing, and you know, level up our tartaric gems basically is what we're gonna do. You know what? Yeah, let's make some enchantments for this thing, because this thing is absolute poop. Once you have yourself some of the full petty tartaric gems, what you want to go ahead and do is, well, if you have creative, that is, we're gonna go ahead and shove these in some drawers like so, and we're gonna go ahead and start upgrading these one by one. And you know what, honestly, it's gonna be very much easy. So now we need to upgrade, I believe, to the next one, which is going to be let's see, not petty, the lesser. So lesser is going to require us to make some diamonds, lapis blocks, and some redstone. That's fairly cheap. Now you take your lesser or your petty tartaric gem like so. Let me also go get another one, another full one, that is, right? And and shove it in here like so, with a diamond, a redstone, and a lapis block, and that should in theory fill or make the next one like so. And then what we're gonna go ahead and do is, because we're lazy, is take these full ones and dump them into the lesser one, and then yeah, rinse and repeat until it's basically full, and then creative that, upgrade the next, and you get the idea, right? So I'm gonna do that and we'll be right back. Unfortunately, the common boy, which is the nectar gem, requires us to make the imbued slate, which we haven't quite done yet. So let me grab myself some blank slates really fast, and we need to go ahead and upgrade these to the next tier. So yeah, what we're gonna do, you know what I'm actually gonna do is I'm gonna be smart about this. I'm gonna upgrade this really quickly, right? And we're gonna go ahead and take this guy and put it into a 4x4 drawer, and then creative mode that as well, so that way they all get upgraded at the same time. Something that we are gonna need though is in fact a displacement rune, because this is getting a little out of hand with how slow this is. I'm just gonna throw this right here. I'm being lazy. Grab me, I believe max is 19 of these, I want to say. I'm not entirely sure, but I believe it is indeed 19. And all I gotta do now is take this and surround this like so with the 19 or so displacement runes. Oh, I completely broke this. I did not mean to do that much, but you know what? It's fine. To its max capacity, I'll do 20, sure, why not? And hopefully this will make this a bit more faster in terms of how much liquid blood can be put into there. Let's also not forget to go ahead and set up some extraction speed upgrades, so that way the fluid conduit can pull out more faster stuff. And boom, that's quite full now. And I believe we can't get the next tier until we get the blood caps. So now that we have that, I should be able to go ahead and upgrade this to the next tier, which is again going to be the common boy. We're gonna definitely want the common boy for sure. And then I believe that's all we realistically need for the Thaumcraft gems. I am actually not entirely sure on that. We might need to upgrade it all the way up to the higher tier, but I'm not entirely sure. We'll see though. We do need another diamond and a block of gold. And there is our next upgraded thing here. Boom, lovely, lovely, jovely. And now what we're gonna go ahead and do is take ourselves these guys again, like I said, dump them in here and then throw them away, and boom, we're ready to go. Go ahead and drop this bad boy inside of there like so, and then give it a bit of creative. Boom, bam, boom. Now that we have the common Thaumcraft gem, which is the one that we need here, to go ahead and make the binding reagent, which is going to require glowstone, redstone, gold nugget, and some gunpowder, which is not that bad at all. So glowstone, gold nugget, something gunpowder, and then something else I can't remember. Gold nugget and redstone, that's what it was. And then a redstone dust like so. Drop those bad boys in there. That should indeed make the binding reagent, which we're gonna go ahead and need here to go ahead and make the bound blade. So the bound blade is gonna require a diamond sword with the binding reagent. So grab the binding reagent, and then this is where we're gonna need the arcane ash. Throw that down like so. I believe the binding agent is the one that I need here. I don't remember actually how this is supposed to work, even though I definitely been using this quite often. I believe I put the binding agent down, yes, and then put the diamond sword in the middle, and then that should give us our bound blade, which we're gonna need to go ahead and use to get ourselves the weak blood shard, which gets us the blood tile. So pick this up, bind this to yourself by shift right clicking it, and now we just gotta go ahead and slap some mobs real quick, and then that should give us the weak blood orb, and then or the weak blood shard, and then we're gonna use that to go ahead and get ourselves the blood tile. I'm out of RS range, of course I am. I'm still out of RS range for some reason. There we go. And then give us the blood tile, large blood tiles, convert some into bloodstone bricks, and then I believe that into bloodstone tiles. Or is that not what I meant to do here? I know that I'm needing the blood tile, so bloodstone bricks I believe go on the top of this like so. Oh, no, not there, like so. And then we should be good to go, right? Tier 5. This is where the division sigil would be really nice to have. It's just, okay, so it's going to be the redstone and a blank blood tile. That's really simple to make, actually. Let's go ahead and drop that there. Drop a blank rune. Oh, no, crap, that's not what I wanted. I want to do that, and then I want to drop a redstone out of there before we drop the blank rune, like so. Yes, as you can see, if I shift over the blood altar, it does say, indeed, we are at a tier 5. I guess what we're gonna definitely want to do is upgrade our stuff now to be better. So the imbued, I believe, is gonna go to dynamic, and then dynamic, I believe, is the final slate that's in this pack. No, we do have ethereal, which does require a tier 6 blood altar, but I don't think that book goes to tier 6. I don't even remember now how we're meant to get the tier 6. I see. It just requires a tier 5 and then 30,000 blood essence here. So we're gonna go ahead and get the dynamic, and then we'll go ahead and make the ethereal next. Okay, so to get the spawn cow, I believe, no, it's the spawn rabbit, we're gonna need to take the clay matter and throw it into our blood altar with, I believe that is 1 million blood essence, which means we're gonna need a lot of LP, and we only currently have 10,000 in there. So what that means is we're gonna need the augmented rune of capacity for this bad boy, which means we're gonna need to make the rune of capacity, which honestly doesn't even look that bad, and neither does the rune of augmented capacity. We are gonna definitely need to make the hierarchy mage blood orb here, which is gonna need 80,000. So what I think we do, I'm gonna be honest here, is we come down here and we set up, I guess we do it underneath here is fine, and we set up the capacity runes, because we're gonna need a lot of capacity for this, and then we can just upgrade as we go, right? So let me grab like 2 stacks of this and then upgrade this final row down here to be just capacity runes, and then from there we should have a lot of essence, which we then can use to go ahead and make the archangel, which I'm gonna call it, blood orb that we need to make the augmented capacity runes. With just the runes of capacities down here, we now currently have a whopping 114,000 millibuckets of blood that could be held inside of our thing. Honestly, I don't know if this is gonna work, but I kinda want to try the fluid lasers, but I don't think it's gonna work, honestly, like to be instant or whatever. I don't think that's how this works, but I'm gonna try for you guys. So, and I just need a laser wrench boy, like so, and there and there, and it's not currently going up, so let me grab myself a compass, and hopefully we can get this to go up at a pretty astounding rate, but I don't think that's how this is gonna work, unfortunately. So I mean, it's going up pretty fast, but it's not like near instant, right? That's really sad. Okay, so now that we have 114,000 essence, what we're gonna go ahead and do is we're just gonna throw in some nether stars, which we have how many? 74,000. Pretty good. Throw that in there, and then that should start, go ahead and convert all that essence into the nether star and give us the archangel blood orb, which is then gonna allow us to make the augmented rune capacity and upgrade our blood altar even more. Okay, now that we have the archangel blood orb, what we're gonna go ahead and do is click it on ourselves, like so. Throw it in there. I guess give it a little bit of LP, sure, why not? And then that should allow us to go ahead and make the augmented rune of capacity now. Where is it? There it is. We are gonna need the dynamic slate, of course, so one of those bad boys. And then boom, we now have that bad boy. Let's go ahead and drop down here like so. Put this here, and then I'm just gonna go ahead and basically fill this entire area with this, minus the displacement runes, essentially, is my plan here. Okay, now that I've basically upgraded our blood altar as far as we can, wow, that can hold a lot of blood. Wow, that is no freaking joke. Yeah, 4 million blood essence. That's a lot of blood. Okay, well, regardless, we'll let that fill up, and then we'll chuck in the clay matter at some point once this has figured itself out, hopefully soon at some point or another. But yeah, that's actually crazy. Now that that's done, I don't know why I can't do this quest, but I think the next one that we should really focus on, I feel, is the Thaumcraft one, which requires us to do a few things with Thaumcraft. And I think I can buy the creative Necronomicon. I'm pretty sure you can. I thought you could. Yeah, the cheater's Necronomicon for 175,000. Now I'm gonna go do this away from my base, because if you open this while you're in your base, you're gonna have a lot of trouble, because it gives you like warp and stuff, and it gives you like bad stuff, very bad stuff that you don't want in your base. So I'm gonna open it over here, and that way I don't get myself absolutely freaking boned in my base. But yeah, we've got all of our research now, which is great. Really love that, because I really don't like doing Thaumcraft research. So having the Cheater's Necronomicon is my favorite item in the whole of Thaumcraft. But yeah, so now that we've got that and we've gotten access to all of the Thaumcraft research, I think it's about time that we work towards getting this blonde pig, which honestly, one of the hardest things is going to be getting the primordial pearl, to be fair, because that requires, I believe, I need to look up a guide for this, I believe you need to like destroy flux rifts, and then like the flux rifts have like a percentage of chance to drop that, which is not ideal, but you know, it is what it is. Okay, after doing some research, as I suspected, it is only a rare drop from the rifts, from collapsing rifts. So yeah, let's get started though. So we're gonna need a few things. We're gonna need an arcane workbench, we're gonna need a arcane crucible, we're gonna need a few things honestly, which, so to get that, we're gonna need Salus Mundus. Now Salus Mundus is gonna be interesting. Salus Mundus, I believe, can be bought, right? Because it doesn't have a crafting recipe. No, it can't be bought. Oh, you know what, I know what it is. So what we gotta do is we gotta grab ourselves some crystals, and then we're gonna need 3 different types of crystals. So crystals should have EMC. Yes, these guys here. So Ignis or fire. Let's grab fire, Ordo, and maybe like entropy or something, or like aqua, water. Crystals, dude, there's so many things named crystal in this, it's not even funny. So entropy, and then what we'll do is we'll place these guys down like so. And then what we'll do is break them like so. We'll have strange dreams. Perfect. Even though that really doesn't matter at this point, but we'll go with it. And then what we'll do is we'll throw these guys inside of drawers like so. And then give them all the creative specialty. And then grab 3 stacks of each. Throw them in the table like so with a bowl. And then flint and redstone for the matter. So let me grab a bowl really quick, as in like, you know, a bowl of soup, and then a flint, and then some redstone, which we should already have. So redstone, lovely, and then a flint and a bowl. That should make us some Salus Mundus like so. Go ahead and drop that in there. Give it a good old creative, and bam, bam, boom. What we're gonna go ahead and do is grab ourselves a crafting table like so. And then once we do that, we'll go ahead and smash it with a Salus Mundus, and then that should give us the arcane workbench. And then we'll do the same thing but with a cauldron, and then that's gonna give us the crucible that we need to go ahead and move, to go ahead and get into Thaumcraft. Bam, just like that. And then we'll go ahead and take these guys and then move them to this side of the base, because we're about to cause some havoc. Okay, now that we have them placed down, let's go ahead and grab ourselves a block of netherrack like so, and place that right underneath the crucible, because the crucible is going to need some heat to go ahead and work itself out here. So let's go ahead and give that some heat like so, and then we should be able to go ahead and put some water inside of here and then work our magic, right? Okay, so the next thing that we're gonna go ahead and need to make now is going to be the arcane stone, which shouldn't be difficult at all. It's gonna be any vis crystal with stone surrounding it, which is relatively simple, I feel. I'm going to go ahead and grab myself some ignis crystals like so, and then boom, bam, boom. Let's go ahead and drop that in a creative barrel like so. And the next big thing that I think we should make is the runic matrix, because we're gonna need that to get a few items like the casualty collapsers, which we need for basically breaking down rifts. And you know what, we're probably also gonna want to basically get all of the creative crystals that we need to go ahead and put in this guy here. So like the air, the water, the ordo, the Ruditio, the terra, and the fire one. So let me do that and we'll be right back. Okay, so the next thing that we're gonna need is some arcane slabs, which is gonna be relatively easy. It's just gonna require some arcane stone like so in a normal slab pattern. Then we'll go ahead and make ourselves some of this arcane pedestals, which we're gonna need, by the way, with the runic matrix. I guess we can start working on the runic matrix now, which I don't really know entirely what that entails for this mod pack. So that's just gonna, oh, niter. Okay, that's relatively simple, I think, and that shouldn't be too bad. I'm just waiting for like the yellow niter to show up. There we go, perfect. And then the arcane brick, which I think is just arcane stone, is it not? Yeah, it totally is just arcane stone. Perfect. I might hook up some wireless stuff for our refined storage system over there, because yeah, coming back over here is indeed quite annoying to do every single time. So I might do that. So niter is going to be, okay, so what I should be able to go ahead and do is let me grab 1 coal, 2 torches, and then 1 glowstone, and then that should in theory make our niter. So bam, bam, and bam. Lovely. There is our niter. We love to see it. And then all we need to do is take our stone brick, put the niter in the middle like that, and then our arcane bricks like so, and boom, there is our runic matrix. Lovely. Okay, so what we're gonna go ahead and do is, I guess in the center of this chunk, go ahead and place down one of these. Go ahead and place down a gray concrete on top of that like so. Put the runic matrix on top like that. And then I believe what we need to go ahead and do is grab ourselves some more arcane stone and then quickly surround this like this. And then let's go ahead and grab ourselves some Salus Mundus, which we have over here up in our base, and grab some, you know what, let's just grab like a stack of it. That's fine. And then I should be able to go ahead and click on the runic matrix itself, and it should indeed form the multi-block. Lovely. And then what we're gonna go ahead and do is surround this bad boy with a bunch of pedestals. I think I'm gonna go like this many, but maybe like this many back or something. Like, so there's like a little T shape like this, and then that should be good to go. Now this is just the very basic setup. We're gonna do a lot more things for this, but unfortunately guys, we're out of time for today's episode. So with that being said, if you guys did enjoy today's episode, please do me a huge favor, smash the like button, smash the subscribe button, ding that notification bell, become part of the Hunter tribe. As always guys, I'm gonna love you, I'm gonna leave you till next time. Bye bye.